Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. It's Halloween!
Bam, bam, bam.
Okay, so those of you that are watching can already see what's going on, but if you're listening, we listened to your votes on Instagram. If you took part in the poll, we chose, we didn't get like a final vote because we wanted it to be a surprise for you guys, but we listened to your votes and we decided on the top 2 of your costume votes for us, and we chose to dress as the Addams Family.
Wait,
so I'm dressed as Wednesday Addams, if you couldn't tell. I'm so excited to watch the Wednesday series coming out.
I know.
I can't wait.
Is
What are you
Christina
dressed
Ricci
as?
going to be in it?
I don't know.
I'm calling. I'm asking.
I don't know.
I'm calling Netflix.
Who are you dressed as?
I'm Pugsley.
Pugsley. You make a cute Pugsley.
I feel that.
I feel
like
like
a skinny Pugsley, right? He's so skinny this time.
Pugsley that went to the gym a lot.
He did.
Skinnysley.
Yeah, he's a I like that.
And okay, speaking of, this is our guest for the next 3 episodes,
Yes!
Mr. Gabe Dannenbring.
Thank you for the nice introduction.
Yeah. So how do people find you on social media?
TikTok, I am G_unit24.
G-Unit?
G-Unit. And then on Instagram, it's just Gabe Dannenbring. So, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, man. Okay, so I live in...
It came out. The accent.
There it is. I live in South Dakota. It snows all the time. But no, for real, I live in South Dakota. I teach 7th grade science, and I like it. You know, it's one of those things where teaching 7th graders is a wild ride.
Yeah.
Like it's such a wild ride. You never know what's going to happen. Like it's one of the days, all of a sudden kids love you. They're fantastic, you know, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden the next day later, they're moody. They're hormonal.
They're a Wednesday Addams.
They're Wednesday Addams and they are just mad at the world.
I know.
And it's a tough crew to sometimes understand and manage.
So what's your favorite part about teaching middle schoolers?
Ooh, I would say the crazy things that they say. They say some of the
Absolutely.
craziest things.
Absolutely.
Because they're still kids.
Oh, for
they're
sure.
They're still kids, but they also think that they're adults. And like as 7th graders, their ultimate goal is to be old. Like they want to be 18 so bad, but they're 12.
Sorry.
So they still have like the little kid tendencies. So what, you know, some days they'll be super cool, you know, too cool for school. But then some days they're like, hey, guess what my mom told me last night? And then say something just bonkers.
Oh yeah.
They're an interesting dynamic.
5th graders are not far off. So I get you.
They're training for 7th grade.
They're training. They're 7th graders on their training.
What's your favorite thing about 5th graders?
My favorite thing is that they're still little kids, but they get my sarcasm. Like I'm so sarcastic with them, and they get my jokes, and they can clap back at me, which I love because like sometimes I'll just roast them in the middle of class, and they'll literally go like, "Oh, Mrs. Woolley just roasted you," and like they all like rag on each other. It's so fun.
I love that.
What about preschool?
Same. They will roast you.
But in a way that's accurate.
But do they know that they're roasting you?
Very rarely do they know they are, but for the most time, they're like asking a legitimate question. I'll never forget the time that there was a teacher, she was very pregnant walking down the hall. And they were like, oh, Mr. Williams, her tummy's big. And I was like, okay, well, she has a baby in there. Like, and like the teacher stopped and they talked to them a little bit. And he looked at me, I'm going to call him Joey. And Joey looked at me, his eyes got big. He's like, so what's in your tummy? And I was like,
no.
I know. I was like, Joey, you will never be the line leader again.
Joey, I'm dressed as Pugsley. Don't you see?
I was like, yeah, horizontal stripes aren't flattering, okay? No, they're. Oh, so I'm gonna ask you some like rapid fire questions.
Okay, go.
Yes.
What is your favorite movie?
Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith.
Wow, you came up with that fast.
That is my go-to feel-good movie.
Who's in that? Is that the one with Natalie Portman?
Yeah. My childhood crush.
Is that the one when does she die in that movie?
No, yeah, she does die. Dies
What
in
if they haven't
childbirth.
seen the Star Wars? It's been
Who hasn't
Spoiler.
seen Star Wars?
Spoiler.
Come on.
Padme dies. But she is my second like childhood crush.
I
First
was going
one.
to ask about who your
First
crush is
one
from.
was Sandy in Greece.
Sandy.
God rest
Dude,
her.
I will forever love Sandy. Like, I mean, she's the perfect woman.
Was it
Yeah.
the black
Ooh,
leotard?
I like, you know, I like both sides of Sandy. I like the nice girl Sandy, bad girl Sandy, whichever one. I just like Sandy.
I like that for you.
Fun
Thank you.
fact.
I
Thank
enjoy
you.
that for you.
I
Thank you.
was Sandy's understudy my sophomore year of high school. I was almost Sandy.
I was Sandy. And Annie, I was the dog. I'm kidding. I was not. Can you imagine though?
Yes.
I'd be amazing.
You would.
People be like, who's Andy?
What was it? Oh yeah,
Sandy's
Sandy.
the dog.
I was like,
Ma'am.
wait, what was the dog's name?
Sandy.
Yeah, I haven't seen
You
Annie
should
in a
have been
long
the
time.
dog. Okay, so talking about like characters we've played. It's Halloween. We're gonna talk about Halloween at school, sure, but let's just talk about Halloween in general. So, what was your childhood favorite costume?
Okay. Well, first of all, Halloween is my favorite holiday. I love Halloween. I go all out. Like I buy like the actual size candy bars to pass out in the neighborhood. I want to be the cool house that everyone wants to come to. We put out a table at the bottom of my driveway, and like my in-laws come and pass out candy. My mom comes up because she lives across the street from me. So my mom will come over and we'll all just have like a decorated table and stuff. And it's really fun. So I go all out with Halloween costumes. I don't have a picture of this one, but when I was in 5th grade, my grandpa was really artsy and like crafty, and he fashioned a cardboard box into a TV remote control. And I wore this box to school.
Oh,
he like painted it, he put buttons on it and everything, and the coolest part was that he actually wired it so that the little red light at the top, like when people would push the buttons, I had a button on the side I could push and it would light up.
Shout out to your grandpa for doing that. That's awesome.
Thanks, Gramps.
Like in my head, like I never, like I feel like all the girls like, I want to be a princess.
No, I wanted to be a TV, remote control.
Like that. Where did you come up with that?
Listen, I also was a princess. I was Miss America. I was a gymnast, like an Olympic gymnast. I was all these different things.
But the remote was where
But
it's
the
at.
remote was like the most unique of all the costumes.
Would you ever bring it back?
Next year?
I should, well, I'd have to find a big enough box.
How do you sit on the podcast? Like, you should next year just be like,
Well, that was the thing. I wore it to school and I couldn't sit down. So I'd have to like take off the box to sit in my desk. And then when we would go and walk anywhere, I'd put the box back on and just
that's funny.
wobble down the hall. What about you, Gabe?
When I was probably, I think I was a 2nd grader, I went as Woody from Toy Story.
Oh.
And I'll boast a little bit. I think it is the cutest Halloween costume ever. I thought I looked like...
You were a baby model.
Yeah, I actually was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like legit I actually was.
Oh my God,
I
of
knew.
course.
I knew.
Of
He's like, I was
course.
the Gerber baby.
Yeah. Gerber, ever heard of it?
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Gerber life grow up plan.
It was like my mom loves a picture of me in my Woody costume, and I was a pretty cute kid.
Is that the one you sent?
Yeah.
So you have, I need to see that. I didn't see it.
Okay.
What did you send?
Okay, so I'll show you the ones that I sent. So this is my first ever Halloween costume. And Pete, my brother, as Barney the dinosaur. But I was a little baby bee.
Oh.
Was a little baby
How?
bumblebee.
Look at that.
Isn't Teddy going as that this
So
year?
cute. Yeah, Teddy's
Pass
being
it.
a bumblebee.
There's me as Woody.
Oh my God. Okay, you look like my brother. When he was little, he had the same bowl cut.
Bowl cuts are in. They were in.
They were. Every little kid
No,
had that.
JTT, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. He made
Yes.
it the cool thing.
He reminds me of Kazoo Kid.
Kazoo Kid?
Wait a minute.
I don't think that's a compliment. Is that
Who are you? The Kazoo Kid had the bowl cut too.
bowl cuts are cool?
That's
I can never do it again.
cute. How freaking
Did you
fresh.
ever have an awkward face? Don't answer that. I don't want to
No,
know.
I 100% did. 100%.
He's
If you
like,
look at 2012 to 2013, I was the most awkward
Were
human
you?
being in all of Yankton
He's
High
like,
School.
guys, I had a zet.
No, I'm
had one
telling you,
zit.
it was bad. If you go look through my Facebook, you'll find those pictures.
Oh, I
Everyone has
intend.
an awkward phase.
I intend to.
I mean, Tell's going to get out of his awkward phase soon. I mean, it's going to happen eventually.
One of these days, I'm going to be taller than 5'7". I know
I
it.
think you'll hit your growth spurt soon.
I'm 31 now. I'm hoping like 32 is my year.
I think so. I
32
think
when
that
you
was
grow
what
up,
they said
you'll
in
be
the
tall.
health books. 32 max was like the last year for growth spurts.
This was me before my growth. I was I know I was a bear of some sort, but look at that tummy hanging out.
You were a honey bear.
I was a honey bear.
Oh.
But this wasn't my favorite. So my favorite costume I never got to wear.
What was it?
I was so excited. I can't even describe how excited I was. I'm obsessed with candy, always have been.
Yes.
And I was supposed to be the Blue M&M. My mom bought the Blue M&M costume, and it hung in my closet for like months.
So you
Like,
had it
literally
ready.
Months.
It was ready for
I don't know where
Halloween.
she found it. Like, I think it's like, because at the time, like, I feel like they started putting Halloween stuff out in like August.
Yeah, always.
but it was a very round blue, like that like fabric foam, you know, and your head stuck out of it, and then your hands went through it, and they had these like
White
gross
gloves.
they were like plastic gloves though, and they had the
Yes.
4 fingers, so you had to like, and I was super excited to wear it. And then my mom was like, kiddos, everyone gather round. And every night what we'd do is we'd read Harry Potter at night. She'd read it to us. She's like, my Aunt Yvette came over for some reason. I don't know why. Yvette, if you're watching this, why would you do this? I was in like 3rd grade. I'm super excited.
Yvette, why?
And Yvette and my mom were like, we can no longer celebrate Halloween. And I was like, but I'm supposed to be M&M. And then we couldn't read Harry Potter either. So it's Halloween night.
Did they say why?
They were just
Witchcraft.
Yeah, my mom like we grew up very liberal, like we were not evangelical, and my mom briefly decided to be like evangelical, which is totally great.
Oh,
but it was a
okay.
case that came out of nowhere. So like if we grew up like that, and I very much followed through, I was like, yeah, great. Like I will listen to my parents, and it
Yeah.
made sense at the time, and it just wasn't like consistent. If it was consistent,
But it was
totally
just out
fine.
of the blue,
It was
so-
out of the
oh,
blue.
out
So I
of the
just like
blue.
yeah, out of the
Out of the
M&M
blue M&M.
And so I remember I think my sisters were supposed to be like sequin cowgirls or something like that.
Sequin
So
cowgirls.
we sat on the floor of the living room, and my mom already bought the candy and stuff. So we were eating the Halloween candy. This was like a week before Halloween, guys. It wasn't like a month before. It was like a week before Halloween. We had the Halloween candy. I wore my Blue M&M costume, and we watched Mom's Got a Date with the Vampire, and we had to beg to watch that. And I was like, I never got to be the Blue M&M. So one of these
sad.
days.
Have you been able to go as Blue M&M
No,
ever?
because you can't find a costume of it now. It's like everyone wants to be the green one. It's like, you know
Listen,
what?
Nah, blue's
I'm
cool.
cool with this.
I distinctly remember, like, okay, when I was in elementary school, like, I know they still do this now, but like, we would do Halloween costume parades.
Yes.
So, like, all the kids would wear their costumes to school. The parents would line up outside the school, and you'd make your little march around the school and show off all your costumes. And I remember all of the teachers wore the M&M costume, all of them, because it's like an easy one. You just throw on a little foam suit and put some gloves
Whoa.
on, call it a day.
So I'll tell my story first. I want to think about like a school story of Halloween, okay?
Yes.
But mine is very distinct.
Oh.
So I had just moved from Indiana to Pennsylvania, and I was a hair makeup designer and a choreographer at a theater. So I had to finish my contract, and my contract ended in October. So my husband moved. He's a college professor. He moved. And so I had to finish my contract. So when I moved there, I was looking for a job in October, at the end of October. So I got a job, and it was a private school. And they told me, and my first day was Halloween, and they were like, oh, we go all out. I said, okay. Like everyone dresses up, and then we do a really big costume parade. I'm new. I want to make a good impression. I want to do all these things. I come in head to toe Peter Pan. Not a little bit. I mean, full on smock,
Tights.
green tights, gold glitter shoes, the hat. I had glitter in a pouch. I was going to throw it. I was going to be great. I change into it. And all the other teachers are like, t-shirt and like tutu. Like they did not dress up. And I was like, you're
We go
kidding.
all out. No, we don't.
They don't. And do you know what you do then? In front of, I don't know, 200-300 parents, you walk your class. My first day in front of all these parents, they're all just like,
Yep.
very confused. And they didn't stop there. The director wasn't like, oh, he's just going to meet the parents in his class. Oh no. They introduced me to every parent there. You're not going to have him as a teacher because your child's in kindergarten, but he's the pre-K. Stop doing it as Peter Pan. They never let me let that down. Ever.
Okay. So I have a similar story. So when
Give me the trauma.
When I was student teaching, I student taught at a public elementary school. I taught first grade. So I love Halloween, but I did not get the memo about teachers dressing
Yeah.
up for Halloween. So the night before Halloween at school, my mentor teacher was like, oh yeah, like I'll dress up and like we'll walk the kids around the school. And I was like, so should I have a costume? And she's like, oh yeah, I mean, you don't have to, but
And you
like
mentored young,
can't-
right?
Huh?
How old were they? You mentored young. I thought.
Like how old were the kids?
Yeah.
First grade, so
Yeah,
like
so
6
they're
years
young,
old.
so they love- yeah.
So they love Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that night, my mom and I had to run to the mall and throw together a makeshift costume, and it actually came out pretty cute. But I had to go. So like the thing is, I had to go to my university in the morning and go to class, and
No.
then go to the school after that. So I'm walking around campus in a Halloween costume. I threw together a makeshift Mary Poppins costume.
That's cute.
Literally overnight. And I was like, all right, Mom, we did good. Like we went to the craft store and bought like random flowers
nice.
and berries to like
That's
glue to a
solid.
hat and stuff. Like,
That looks good.
thank you. I liked it. I thought it was cute. It turned out really cute.
Where'd your co-teacher go as?
A witch, because once you actually start teaching, that's the typical teacher costume. You just
100%.
you just go as a witch.
You go something easy.
Yeah.
easy. But yeah, that was my fun.
My costume the first time I was student teaching, I wore quite possibly the worst costume ever. I thought I was so creative, but I wasn't. So I bought a green morph suit, skin tight, super cool. I'm like
literally like the whole
Like
it
the
covers
second
your whole
skin?
body.
the whole body, everything,
Okay.
Oh my
everything.
God.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go as a green bean. I'm gonna stand real straight.
No.
I'm gonna be a green bean,
No.
and it's gonna be hilarious. And people are gonna get the joke. It's gonna be so funny. Get to class, I get in there, and then the student's like, "Oh, what did you dress as, Mr. Danenberg?" I'm like, "I'm a green bean." Stand real straight and just like expect like some kids, but oh, that's really funny. That's clever.
No.
Crickets. I'm like, oh, do you think it's funny? Like that is the worst Halloween costume I have ever seen.
They were
And-
like,
and-
do better.
The insult to injury on it is I wore that costume 3 years in a row
Oh my
because
gosh.
I like every year would run out of ideas.
That was
like,
the third year or that was the first
that
year?
was the
you
third
were-
year. That was year 3.
So you had to know that the 2 years people lied to you and said it was good.
Yeah, I won costume parties wearing it. I won costume parties.
As a just wearing a green suit,
Green
being
suit.
a green bean.
I was green bean.
Well, you're tall, so people are like, oh,
Yeah.
is it French cut? Like, is that a thing? Right?
Are you French cut green
Can
bean?
you fact check that? Yeah,
Or
I
a
don't
long
know.
stem
I
green
thought
bean?
I thought it was a funny idea. Everybody in high school, they thought it was a funny idea.
Well-
first year, a couple years of college, they thought it was a funny idea. Student teaching,
They did
no, they
not.
roasted me for it. They thought it was the worst
I
costume ever.
mean, what was the worst costume? Well, yours was the green bean.
Green bean.
What was the worst costume you wore as a teacher? Like one that kids just roasted you for?
Not. I really. I
think
haven't
you're
been
good at it, so you'd be like-
roasted, but like
Yeah, you love
last
spooky
year-
season, so all of yours are
I
probably
did last
good.
year. Okay, so my last name is Wooly.
Yeah.
What do you associate with the
Mammoth.
word woolly? Okay, so last
Sure,
year,
it's a mammoth.
Did you just
last
figure
year
that
I
out?
went
Tal?
as a woolly mammoth.
Shut up. That's funny.
Yeah, I went, and Teddy was a chameleon for whatever reason because it was cute. But yeah, I literally sat in my driveway in that whole freaking woolly mammoth suit all night as parents and children walked by and got candy from me
I am.
because I am not afraid to make a fool of myself in a costume.
I always let my students pick. So we talk
Yes.
about like what it means to like math, count, voting. So we will write down anything that they want. This is the most butch thing I've ever done. We do everything they want, and then we do the brackets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like for
You know
March
sports.
Madness.
Sport.
Big sports guy.
So
yeah,
I'm
for
cute.
sport.
I love it.
What's
So-
your favorite sport?
I played soccer.
Oh,
I played
he knows
tennis,
a sport.
soccer.
Wow, good for
Don't
him.
ask me
Wow,
about
good job,
anyone. So I watched Ted Lasso, guys. I'm doing the work.
Wow.
So we bracket it, and they get to pick out any character they want as long as it's appropriate, and then they battle, right? And then we get down to the last two, and whatever they vote for is what happens.
Yeah.
And so me and my co-teacher would always do that. And was it? I think it was my second to last year full time, and before I started subbing. I'm gonna do it this year with whatever. Maybe like it'll be the day before I'll go to a class or something. But we go to do it, and the kids had voted for Ariel and Prince Eric. So me and my co-teacher went as Ariel and Prince Eric. I looked great. I looked great. A parent. So we do the costume party, blah, blah, blah. I wore my wedding pants, and they were like super cute. And a parent came up to me, and it was the dad, and he was like, my wife really likes your pants. I said, oh, okay. And I sat there, and I'm talking to the teachers, and then like 20 minutes later, he comes up, he goes, I just want to let you know, my wife really likes your pants.
Why?
And I was like,
Why?
I don't get it. And then the other teachers stare at me, I'm like, I got it now. I got it. So I can't wear that anymore. I can never be Prince Eric.
I'm not. What? I'm missing
I
something.
think Dad was like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
I think Mom and Dad had a crush on me.
I think mom and dad
I
both
didn't.
wanted
a crush
to hang out with you a little bit.
and I was like, Prince Eric could never. Prince Eric is
my
committed.
clean little mind was like, I
I
don't
know.
get it.
You're like,
What's going on?
What does this mean? I think I told that story like last year.
Prince
you?
Eric
I
would
was
never.
traumatic.
You gotta play the part. What? It's like method acting. Like you can't break the part.
You can't break. He only has ears for one voice. You know. That's it. That's it.
So for school this year, my co-teacher and I are doing, well, I say co-teacher, but like we teach different classes, but we're the only two fifth grade teachers. So anyway, my co-teacher and I chose to go as, because she's really short, and she makes me feel like a giant next to her. So she's going to go as Mario.
Okay.
I'm going to be Luigi.
That's funny.
But we're going to do Mario Kart. So like we're going to get like cardboard boxes
cool.
and like little balloons and put them on the backs and like walk around like that all day.
Are you
I'm
gonna
so
throw
pumped.
like bananas and like stuff at the
Yeah.
students in the
Oh
hallway?
now I am.
That'd be awesome.
I would
Now
100%
I
do
am.
that.
and attach like candy to the back of it.
That's
I
cute.
should.
Yeah.
Or maybe get like banana, like runs or something like that. Throw that at them.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay, hey, what's your favorite Halloween candy? Now that we bring up Runts.
gosh.
Runts is mine. I love Runts.
Reese's pumpkins.
If we're talking like only Halloween time,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Not like, because I love candy. I like the fruit Tootsie Rolls,
Those are good.
not
Those are good.
vanilla.
Vanilla. You give
I know
vanilla a
it's
bad
all
rap.
Boo.
There's a whole bag of the vanilla ones.
They're good.
I love the vanilla ones.
Why do you think there's a whole bag of them?
Oh,
Because
I don't-
people eat them.
Yeah,
I do
it's
not
2
feel
against 1
safe.
here. Tell you're wrong.
Yeah, he's
We're
right.
right.
What I loved is one of my co-teachers one year we had a cauldron. The kids could pick out like it was either like there was candy in there, but there was also like Slinky stickers, all that. And she was like, then we had one for just us because you need to pick me up at work. So we had it was the Tootsie Rolls, and it worked out perfect. She hated the fruit ones but loved the vanilla ones, and I hated the vanilla ones.
There you
So I was
go.
like, this is a match made in heaven.
So, I'm known as CEO class parties. So
yeah.
I like to decorate my entire room. Last year, I literally hung cobwebs all across my ceiling. I put up
That's
like a haunted house
fun.
backdrop, and we had like a little like photo booth moment. The kids we watched like Nightmare Before Christmas, and
love that
while they were
one.
doing that, I pulled like groups of kids to come over and play. I had like Halloween ring toss, and like I had Halloween plinko where they would drop the little discs
Yeah.
and get pieces of candy, and like knock over the cans, like just different Halloween things. So we had a cool little party, and that was fun. But like two like educational activities that I do at school that I really, really love during Halloween time. The first thing I have them do like a reader's theater. So
Cute.
I have them actually like they get into like last year was the first year I did it, but I was not sure how it was gonna go because like they're older kids.
Yeah.
They got into it. They were like, "Okay, are we gonna get to work on our plays today?" And I
was
was
the-
like,
wait, what-
"Yes, you are."
Did they write the play or did they perform one?
No, they just performed one.
What was
so like
that?
the one I think was like it was called like Trick or Treat, and it was about like 3 kids that were going trick or treating, and the one didn't want to go, so they like pranked the other kids or whatever. And then there was another one that was like the Halloween mystery or whatever, where someone stole a pumpkin or something.
Okay.
So like I had 2 separate groups.
You had mystery dinner theater.
Yeah,
I thought
essentially. So they would actually like get together with their group. First, they had to go through and like highlight all their lines, and then they had to do like a read through, and then they actually got to like have time to like block out the acting. And
That's
like
cute.
then they were like, "Can we make props?" I'm like, "Yup, go for it." So they like made props and like were maneuvering my furniture to make it into their set. And then they would perform it for the other other
that's
side of the
cute.
class during the Halloween party. So that was fun. And then I did for writing, we did an opinion writing. They had to do like their dream haunted house, and they were like real estate agents trying to sell a haunted
that's
house.
awesome.
That's funny.
So they had to write like an article, like an advertisement in a newspaper.
Yeah.
They had to write the house description. They had to write up their bio as a real estate agent. And then we did a gallery walk. So I had all the houses laid out on the desks, and each kid got like a ticket or a vote
Yeah.
for each house. And
That's
they
fun.
went around and like put their ticket on like a bid on a house. Like they bidded on it. Like they were like, I will pay, like if the asking price is $1 million, I'm gonna pay $1,001,001.
Did they have
And,
like an unlimited amount of money that they could bid?
Yeah, I think I did. I don't think I capped it, but like I had a couple of kids that would bid on the same house, but like they weren't allowed to look at
It's
each
like-
other's bids. So like maybe if one haunted house was listed at like $1 million, one kid might say, "Well, I'm gonna bid $2 million," and then maybe some
Okay.
other kid like, but they would
What do they call a blind auction?
yeah, they
Is that
would
what they call it?
or a
No, silent auction.
Silent
yeah,
auction.
silent auction, and they would like close
Close.
the yeah. They would close the post-it note so the other kids couldn't see their bid. So then the other kid would come up and say, maybe I'll bid $3 million, and then
On the
they'd
thing.
have to wait until the end, and I would announce the winners of each house, and they would get to keep the little
You're
haunted
like-
house drawing.
Genuinely a good teacher. Like my thing is like, we're gonna read Spookily the Square Pumpkin. You guys are gonna color this picture of it.
Yeah, but
Like,
you're in preschool. Like it's different. I did that in first grade. We read Spookly and made little pumpkin crafts.
One of the things that I always like to do with my students, I make up the most like random rumors about the school. One of the things I love doing,
Yes.
I always tell my students that the school's haunted.
Yeah, don't go in the
Every time.
I would do it.
Don't
All
go in
the
the
time.
basement closet.
Oh
guys.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
go near it.
Yo, it kills every time. Like they always think that it's true, and they always start off with like, "Oh, you're just kidding, yeah, whatever." And then after a couple minutes of it, they're like, "Hey, like you're just kidding, right?" And I'm like, "No, I'm serious. Like this school built on an ancient burial ground.
Knew it every time.
Every time." And I'll tell them like, "I've been here at night. Doors just start slamming. Doors slamming, and you don't know what to do." And they're like, "Oh, so what else happens at night?" I'm like, "You don't want to know. You don't want to know." And
Listen.
they're like, I just keep building
It's
it.
scary.
And building
It's
it.
Yes.
happening. Do you ever do like fun science projects? Like, is there like bubbly stuff?
I did
Ouija
one.
board.
No.
We actually do Ouija boards in science.
You
now.
lied
I'm
to me.
just
I
kidding.
knew. I was gonna say,
I'm like, you liar.
we did a photo shoot today, and there was a Ouija board on the front of it. We're all like,
Just
oh,
being
we
used
don't.
as a decoration.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, it was a really cool house.
Yeah.
but we don't do that. Like we were all kind of like talking about like that one experience you have as a kid. And you're like, never again. I'm not touching that. And Gabe was like, I don't. Gabe was like, not messing.
I was ready
with
to,
it.
Yeah.
to fly back to South
He was, like,
Dakota after we were
yeeting
talking.
out.
Ouija boards, any sort of like demon spooky
Yeah.
movies like that, I can't. I'm out.
Okay,
I'm
what is
out.
your favorite grown up Halloween movie, and then one as a kid?
Ooh, that's a good
Ooh,
one.
That's a great question.
I know. I'm really good at
All right,
this.
so I'm kind of contradicting myself right now. Paranormal Activity.
But that's not demon. That was like paranormal. That's a ghost.
That was like demons
Yeah.
though. Like it was like ghosts and stuff.
Listen, I don't know. I watched the first one. I was terrified.
I
don't
watched
know.
all of them. I
Nope.
became like there was
Yeah.
one of them where they went back in time to the first one.
They're so addicting
Oh,
because
they're
you're just
good.
like you just can't keep
They're
your
good.
Was that your adult,
Can't look
a
away.
grown up one? That
Grown up one, yes. Kid
Okay.
one, I don't know. What are like kid Halloween movies?
Oh my gosh,
you
you don't know
kidding
kid
me?
Halloween movies?
Okay, I'll tell you my least favorite one.
Okay.
Least favorite one is the big spooky guy, like the
The big spooky guy.
You know what I mean.
I don't.
This is Halloween. Ba, ba,
The
da, da.
Boogeyman? Are you talking
know.
about
Are you
Nightmare,
talking about
Before,
Nightmare Before Christmas?
Nightmare
Yeah,
Before
that
Christmas?
scared the crap out of me at a young age.
Well,
Dead to
I
me.
mean, I
It's
can
so
get
scary.
that. Tim Burton's creepy.
I mean,
Exactly. Yep. Hot take. Tim Burton is the creepiest director ever.
I don't think that's a hot
I
take
think
though.
that's
I think
like-
that's
I think
just the
everyone
truth.
That's a
knows that,
take.
yeah.
That's like
That's
a
what
normal
makes him
take.
so good at his job. Is
Yeah,
he's
he's
okay with
creepy as
being the
heck.
creepy one.
I think it's like too creepy.
I
It
love
freaks me
it.
out.
I love
You're
it.
into that? Like you like Tim Burton?
oh yeah.
Corpse Bride.
I'm a dark child. Like, I'm Pugsley. No, yeah. What's yours?
Okay, so adult, I would say The Conjuring.
I've never seen it. It
spooky.
looks
All
too
of them.
scary.
I love
Spooky.
The Conjuring. That's Jordan and I, our favorite ones. And then I think my childhood one would have to be a tie between Hocus Pocus and Halloween Town
I do
because
love
those are just
Halloween Town.
classics. Like I could just watch those two over and over and over again.
It's nostalgic.
and not ever get sick of them. But here's a hot take.
No, I know we're gonna. Are we gonna fight?
You're gonna fight.
Oh, no.
We're gonna go for it.
I know it's gonna happen.
Hocus Pocus 2 is trash.
It's
It was
it
trash.
gave exactly what it needed to give.
It was.
Did you see it?
It gave trash.
Did you see it?
Was that the new one that just came out?
Yes.
What did you
I
think?
had so many students who were so excited to watch
Dead.
it, and they
Were
all seemed to
disappointed?
like it.
But
they
they don't
liked
get
it,
it.
but they don't know the OG.
But they don't
They
get
don't know
it.
the
They
OG.
don't get it.
Listen. I must be the only one because I put it.
You said
on.
you didn't see it.
I
Did
put
you
it on
watch
my
it?
Instagram story just to see what other people said, and like
What did they say?
majority of them liked it. But I was like, maybe it's just me. My husband and I was so excited. We made a night of it. Like we went and bought movie theater popcorn. We went home and watched it.
We did the same.
I made it 40 minutes in.
No.
I paused the movie and I said, "Do you like this?"
What
And
didn't
he
you
said,
like about it?
I thought it was cheesy. It didn't like it. They was just trying to redo what the first movie did so well, and like the first movie was so campy, and like I just loved it. And then like trying to have the same people act as the same witches, even though they're like literally 30 years older than they
yeah.
were then. It just didn't hit the same. And so for me, it was lackluster. And I'm sorry, but any movie that continually uses one way or another
That okay, I will give you that.
I don't like you because it's so overused. Pick a different song. Oh my gosh.
I will give you that. I was hoping, like, my husband looks at me and he goes, is this a musical? Like, he was so upset. I'm like, the first one kind of was. He's like, I can't. Like,
The girls literally went, who are they performing for?
I thought that was funny because it
No.
played into. Okay, here's my thing.
It was not funny.
Hocus Pocus 1 was bad.
What?
It was. Like
You're going to have a lot of
right,
people
someone-
coming
no,
at
someone
you.
hold me back.
Wait, stop. Let me
Hold me
explain.
back.
No, let me explain.
No fighting in here.
I love Hocus Pocus 1. I'm saying it was bad. It tanked. It did horrible. It had horrible reviews. It became a cult classic because it was bad.
It's like The Room.
True.
Right. I
Yeah.
love it because it was campy. It was,
know The Room?
It was
Oh,
not
I
good.
do, yeah.
Oh, yes.
It was a bad
Just tear me
movie.
apart,
I
Lisa.
loved it. I think Hocus Pocus 2 needs to age into a bad movie, and then it'll be a cult classic.
I don't know.
It does.
Maybe
that's
I
what
just
the
have
first
such
one.
loyalty
Do we have
to
cult
Hocus
classics
Pocus
now, though?
1.
Hocus Pocus.
Do we have
yeah.
when
Yes.
when was the last cult classic of our time? I think about Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Step Brothers
but
is
it was
the last-
successful. But it was successful.
successful,
You have to
but I
think.
don't
You have to think of one
know.
that kind of someone look up like new cult classics.
Yeah,
I feel like
I don't know. All right. Devin's going to look it up for us.
I need
Yeah.
to- I feel like. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim is a good example.
Scott
Juno.
Pilgrim, what's that?
Juno is a cult classic.
Juno was a cult
Okay, hold on
classic.
though, because you get into this then.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
There's one.
That was
Napoleon
cult
Dynamite.
classic. That okay, so that's newer.
Yeah.
I agree. But I'm sorry, Hocus Pocus 1 is a bajillion times better than Hocus Pocus 2.
And I will agree with that. That 100%. Hocus Pocus 1, it took a while for Hocus Pocus 1 to be the cult classic and good at what it was. I think we just have to let
I just think
Hocus Pocus 2 simmer,
it just checked
saute.
off so many boxes. And then I think I hyped up
You had high
2
expectations.
way too much, and I watched it and I was wholly disappointed.
I will
and
give you that.
I didn't even watch it all the way through. I stopped at 40 minutes and then I was like, well, I have to know what happens, but I don't want to sit through the next hour of the movie. So I literally just scrolled through the rest to just see what the plot was about. And I'm sorry,
Okay.
but the
Okay.
underlying tones of like sisterly bonding, come on.
But that-
Winifred Sanderson would never.
But that's why you have to watch it. I'm not going to spoil it because it's still new. But like that's why you have to finish it because there's a direct parallel.
I'm about to get dragged in the comments for people
No,
that
people
are
are probably
like,
gonna agree with
Hocus
you.
Pocus 2 is amazing.
They're going to be like, Tal, just shut up. But
But Halloween Town was bomb.
I did
Halloween
Kimberly J.
Town.
was
Brown.
bomb.
Kimberly J. Brown. was
Until
her name?
Halloween Town 4.
Was that Halloween Town High?
When
Was
they-
that-
when
No,
they-
Halloween
it's
Town High was okay. It was
when they replaced
Halloween
her.
Town University.
Ooh,
Oh,
super
wait,
mid.
that one was
super mid.
because they replaced
That was-
Kimberly J. Brown.
I don't.
There
I don't,
was
re-
no
I don't
longer
know the last one.
no Kimberly J. Brown.
I mean, I knew
wasn't
they
in it.
replaced her, but I didn't know what it was called.
Marnie was a completely different person.
She was, and she's like blonde.
Yeah, no, she had brown hair.
Was she the Aqua girl?
Yeah, aquamarine.
Yeah.
She wasn't blonde.
I'm like, girl, you ain't what's her name?
Marnie.
Maureen. Like,
Marnie.
I got very rent for a second. You're not Maureen.
How about this? I just learned Marnie
Yeah.
married Calabar.
No, you're lying to me.
Yes, Calabar's
No.
son. Calabar's son.
Oh, girl,
sorry.
I was like,
sorry. I meant Calabar's son. She married him in real life.
That's cute.
They got
I
married.
love that. Oh, you know what? That's because then it's like they always get to walk down memory lane.
Yeah, she posted a TikTok the other day. It was
Halloween.
really funny. But anyway,
cute.
so
love that.
Since it's Halloween and we're in the Halloween spirit,
Gross
and
candy.
we're feeling like hurting our taste buds a little bit, we're gonna try some horrific Halloween candy.
Give us something. Give us what you think will be tasting best first. Well, I think those were supposed to be good. I think we just got those to
Milky
eat.
Ways
Or
are-
you
We
didn't like
got
that.
them because
Yeah.
I don't like them.
Okay, I'll eat. Let's like a palate cleanser. Let's
But
get
I,
it.
but I
Tons
also
of palate
haven't
cleanser.
eaten them since I was a child, so maybe I'll like them now.
You know what makes them taste really good? If you
Popcorn.
suck on it for like 20, if you if you let them sit in your
Get to
mouth
pass.
for like 20 seconds,
they're
they
sticky.
are so good. So don't
Why
chew
are
it.
they so
Stop chewing it. Stop
big?
chewing it. Stop. Let it sit in your mouth for 20 seconds and then chew it.
Why are they huge?
I like it.
Okay,
I think they're
Let it
good.
sit in your mouth. Let it sit in your mouth. Don't touch it. Let it sit.
welcome to ASMR. This is our Halloween candy mukbang.
And now it's stuck to my teeth. 10 pumpkins. Which one would you give?
All right, I'm gonna give it 8 pumpkins because it sticks to my teeth. I don't like that.
I don't like that either. I would give it 7.
8 pumpkins.
Oh. Okay, well, I guess
I
I'm the
like
jerk.
milk duds.
I
like
like them
those.
with popcorn. I never told you guys my favorite. Okay, my favorite,
yeah.
like grown-up one, I would say any of the Screams.
Oh, okay.
The first one threw me. I was shocked.
Those
But
super sour things?
baby, I'm talking about movies.
Oh, they're talking about candy.
Are you, talking about, you were thinking Warheads.
Warheads, that's what-
We don't want to talk
We
about
tried to
Warheads.
find those today. We couldn't find
Those
them
are tough.
anywhere.
I think my favorite childhood movie. Did you guys ever watch The Halloween Tree?
No. What is that?
It was
We're having a movie
it
marathon
up.
later, so we'll do that.
yeah. Okay, look it up. It was a book, and then they made it into a movie, and it's really good.
Okay, do you want to hear a fun fact while we're eating this candy? So when I was younger, my friends and I in the neighborhood would try to reenact movies, and we reenacted Scream, and I was Tatum. And I literally, like, I wish we still had these videos because it's just the one scene where Tatum gets, like, crushed in the garage door.
I was scared.
That was me. But I, like, obviously couldn't crush me in a garage door. So, like, here's me picking up, like, empty pop cans and throwing them at the Scream dude. And then just falling and him going, and stabbing me. And the movie was just it was so bad. But we're, like, in middle school and we're like, this
didn't
is
really
great.
grasp it.
This
I was
is
scared
great.
of garages after that. I don't know why. I was terrified of a garage.
I was scared
like,
of
it's gonna
tanning
crush
beds
me.
after
Final Destination.
Final Destination.
And
Yeah.
logs.
My favorite.
Yeah. That they scare me. I always think
like-
about it.
I can't.
Whenever I drive behind a truck carrying
Wood.
giant timber,
Yeah.
oh my God, terrified.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this a 9. I really liked it. It tastes like a blueberry slushy.
Yeah, it's one of my.
Slurpee, not
No.
slushy.
Okay. Hot take. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 because you can't eat them for a long time. Milk
You get to
duds,
keep it. You
you
get
can
to keep-
eat all day long. You eat those all. Nice catch.
Delete that.
You eat those all day long. You got canker sores.
Oh, you're going to ruin. This is not. I
You're
love
gonna
them.
rip
That's
your
what-
mouth open.
Sour
That's what
Skittles.
I
You're
mentioned
going
on
to
them.
remove the skin. I stand. What do you think?
I'm gonna give those a 6
Oh.
because I like the flavor ish, but the sour is too sour.
There
for
you
me.
go.
Okay.
It's too much.
It's a marathon, not a
No,
sprint.
I was so worried about these. Okay. I'm so upset about these. Okay, I'm
White
gonna
chocolate pumpkins are blasphemy.
There's only 2 in here, so I'm gonna take
No,
half.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's melted. Oh no.
Here, just break it in half. Is it melted? Melted?
I'm so upset about this. Okay.
They were pretty smooshed at the store,
They
though.
were. All of them were though. Okay.
They were smooshed. All right. There you go, sir. Last one's for you.
Fantastic.
I thought it was gonna be.
Wow, this is like 2 in 1. Look at that.
That is some hard peanut butter. Oh my god. 4. It's a 4 for me. You are not going to Hollywood.
There's a 4.
It's a 4 for me, dog.
1.
Oh, I don't like it.
1. 1 out of 10. That's nasty.
That stuck worse to my mouth than the milk dud.
I need a
like-
milk dud to clean the palate.
Lauren seemed to think it was okay.
No, I'm just trying to get that off the chocolate off my fingers. I like I could eat them. They're not my favorite though. I like the regular milk chocolate ones, so I'm gonna give them a 4 also.
Okay. Next.
1 out of 10.
Okay.
Gabe's like, I gotta wash that down with a milk
I'm
dud.
cleaning the palate.
These are the mini. Okay, this is your mic on? Okay. We're now doing sour punch mini bites. If you couldn't hear one of our producers. I'm gonna have a green one because I feel like green's notoriously more
Okay,
these
which
aren't
one- wait,
bad.
which color
I had
should I
green
try?
because I thought green would be the
Okay,
sour.
I'll try the blue.
Those aren't bad.
I'm gonna
I
go-
don't like green apple. I would give it a 5.
I'm going to go with the red
Red?
or pink, whatever you call it.
He ate 2. He was very confident that he was gonna like them. I'm giving it a 5. I don't hate them, but I would not.
These taste different from when I was a kid. When I was a kid, they came in like the sour punch straws.
I do love a straw.
And they were really sour. These ones are not.
Not
so
at all.
I still like them though. I'm gonna give them a 9.
Oh.
I'll give those a
9?
9. A 9.
Man.
6
I
and a
could sit-
half.
Yeah, because I could
said
sit
5.
and eat a bag of those and it wouldn't hurt my mouth.
It wouldn't hurt your mouth.
6 and a half because like it doesn't bring anything to the table. Like it's just there. Like it does. Next 6 and a half.
Well, you're just
Like-
here, but we keep you around.
That hurts my
Okay.
feelings.
So
No, I'm kidding.
wait, I'm gonna tell
Love
you all
you,
what you
Gabe.
have to have in this. And I'm sorry because we talked about this.
Yeah. Take those
Jeez.
9.
You scared me.
You have to eat the pumpkin. What are these called?
Candy
they're
pumpkins.
Candy corn pumpkins.
Candy corn
No,
pumpkins,
no,
but
no,
like
no, 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 no. They're not candy corn pumpkins. They are candy pumpkins.
yeah.
Is it gonna be free or is it gonna be candy corn?
It's gonna take
It's
taste
just
like
gonna be
candy
candy
pumpkin.
pumpkin. Jordan loves these. I will literally buy the bags of the Brock's brand. I'll buy him an entire bag and just leave them in the house for him because he'll eat them.
It tastes like how I feel like a Barbie leg would taste.
A Barbie
Oh,
leg.
I hate that.
Oh, what
It
are
tastes like
these?
perfume plastic.
All right.
You have to have that.
I know, but I
Oh,
wanted to smell that.
These are not good.
Okay, I'm not eating the whole thing.
Oh my god, it doesn't stop. It keeps going.
10 out of 10.
Are
0.
you kidding me?
100%. I love candy pumpkins. 10 out of 10.
Okay.
10 out of 10. I could eat these all day.
I don't feel safe.
One of my favorite
Wait,
days.
no, not that one.
One of my favorite days of the year is
Wait,
on November 1st. These go on sale. You get them for dirt cheap.
he probably buys like 10-pound bags of them.
Are they making
You're
those because of
damn
you
right.
still? You're the only reason why they're still making them?
Yeah.
I keep candy pumpkin companies running.
What do we have? I think we have
it's
2
only
more.
me.
You and my husband.
All
Great
right.
minds think
All
alike.
right,
everyone-
I gotta prep my mouth for this.
Clean the palate.
Raisinets are next. It's milk chocolate made with whole fruit.
Okay, anyone here watch That 70s Show?
Yeah.
Raisins are nature's candy.
No.
Damn, Jackie, I can't control the weather.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I hate raisins, so this is gonna be painful.
Oh, gross. No. Like 1 again or 0. I don't know. Why? It tastes like.
I can't do that.
Did you
like
spit that out? Did you spit that?
No, I like these.
he said, no.
No. No.
All right.
I'm not even passing these to the
Let's do the last
producers.
one.
I'm keeping this.
That was
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst. I'm gonna give that a negative 500 out of 10.
I hate them.
8.5.
Give us your 10. Okay,
8.5.
I do not like dried fruit, and that was terrible.
The last one, I hate.
You want to know
this.
something funny? So my cousin Timmy loves black licorice.
I don't trust anyone.
My mom will buy him a bag of black licorice every Christmas.
Baby, you don't make no sense, but I don't know your cousin, and I'm sure, I'm sure he's a good person. Serial
got
killer vibes.
terrible
Serial
tasting
killer
candy.
vibes. I don't trust it. If you're sitting there and you tell me, you look at me in the face and you say, "I like black licorice," I'm like, "Who hurt you?"
Hey, tell.
No,
I like black licorice.
I don't.
What are you going to do about it?
No, you
What are you
don't.
going to do about it?
Black licorice.
Pass
Just,
that over here.
this is Why is it so?
Why
okay,
is it thick?
it's gonna taste like a really bad like what's it called the drink.
Jagerbomb.
A Jaeger bomb?
Jagermeister.
Wait, say that again.
Ipecac?
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on.
The stuff that makes you throw up?
No, I meant a Jaeger bomb. What do you call it?
Jagerbomb.
Why do you say that?
A
Jaeger.
Jaeger bomb?
Jaeger
You say
bomb.
Jaeger.
Jager.
Where's the Y?
Jaeger.
Jager.
Why?
Yay. Jaeger. Say yay.
It's a
Yay?
J, right?
Ger.
Jager.
No. Say yay.
Yay.
Say ger.
Ger.
Jaeger.
Jagerbomb.
No, I don't believe it. Okay,
Wrong.
are we ready? Are you eating the whole thing?
Yeah, I'm keeping these. These are,
You actually like black licorice?
dude, I love black licorice.
Are you kidding me?
No,
I thought you were
deadass, like, I love-
joking.
Bought that as the worst candy.
My order has been backwards. What you guys thought were best to worst were my least word. My
I thought
worst
you
to
were
best.
joking.
No, I love black licorice, dude.
All right,
Good
listen.
and plenty's best candy ever.
I want to know what your favorite candy is. I want to know what your favorite scary movie is. And you're going to see a bunch of really embarrassing photos of us as children in Halloween costumes, right?
And I hope you guys
Oh.
have a really awesome Halloween at school. And go all out with your costume.
Yeah.
Have fun with your kids.
Don't eat black licorice.
Ever.
All right.
And don't trust Gabe Dannenberg.
No.
Blasphemy.
Halloween.
Blasphemy.
Happy Halloween.
Bye, BBs.
Bye, everybody.
Boo.